All right, let's dive right in. Here are 7 things you can do every single day to make sure your cat knows you love them, and it's all based on behavioral science.
So here's a big question for you. Are you speaking your cat's love language? I mean, we all adore our cats, but are we showing that affection in a way they can actually understand? It's a fascinating thought because, well, how humans show love and how cats receive it can be two totally different things. In this explainer, we're going to crack the code.
So, what exactly is a cat's love language? Well, it's not about big, grand gestures or complicated words. For cats, love is all about consistent, daily habits and steady body language. It really just comes down to making them feel safe. And the very foundation of that safety is routine. See, cats are hardwired to be creatures of habit, and it makes sense when you think about it. Their instincts are this unique blend of both predator and prey. A predictable world tells them, hey, everything's okay, you're safe, you're in control, and that's when they can finally let their guard down and truly trust you.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just some feel-good theory, it's backed by science. A predictable routine literally lowers a cat's stress hormones, their cortisol levels. And less stress means a healthier cat and, of course, a much, much stronger bond with you. This is really where that deep trust begins to form.
Okay, so theory is great, but how do we actually put this into practice? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're about to break down 7 specific things you can do every single day to say I love you in a way your cat will perfectly understand. First up, the slow blink. You might have heard this called the cat kiss, and for good reason. In the cat world, an unblinking stare is a threat. A slow blink, though, that's the complete opposite. It's a nonverbal signal that basically says, I'm relaxed, I trust you, and you're safe with me. And the best part is, this is super easy to do. When your cat is just calm and chilling out, gently meet their gaze. Slowly close your eyes, hold for a second or two, and then slowly open them again. Keep doing it, and you'll often get a slow blink right back. That's them saying, I love you too. Next, let's talk about touch. When a cat rubs their face against you, they're actually leaving behind pheromones from scent glands. This is called bunting, and it's how they mark their territory and, even more importantly, their family members. And you can and should be part of this ritual.
So the key is to pet them where these scent glands are concentrated. Think of it as the green zone, their cheeks, under the chin, and at the base of their ears. This helps create a shared group scent. But you have to be careful to avoid the red zone, like the belly or the base of the tail. These are really vulnerable areas, and touching them can instantly trigger a defensive reaction.
Every single cat has a well of pent-up predator energy that just needs to be released. Just 15 minutes a day of interactive play with something like a wand toy lets them complete their natural hunt, pounce, bite cycle. This releases endorphins, and trust me, it prevents a ton of behavioral problems that come from boredom.
Are you a free feeder, just leaving food out all day? Well, you might want to switch to a set schedule. When you provide meals at specific times, you establish yourself as the reliable provider of this life-sustaining resource. It reinforces your importance and seriously strengthens the bond, especially when you use a few tasty treats as a reward for positive interactions. In the wild, cats that trust each other actually groom one another. This behavior is called allogrooming, and it's a huge sign of social bonding. You can simulate this just by gently brushing your cat for a few minutes each day. It doesn't just keep their coat healthy, it powerfully reinforces your role as a caring, trusted family member.
Your cat is always listening. A study in the journal Animal Cognition found that cats respond really positively to what's called cat-directed speech. Basically, that's the high-pitched, gentle baby talk voice we all tend to use with our pets. They're neurologically wired to hear this tone as non-threatening and friendly, while loud or deep voices can be pretty alarming. And finally, perhaps the greatest act of love is simply respect. Cats need to feel in control of their environment. That means never forcing an interaction and always giving them safe hiding options, like a cat tree or even just a simple cardboard box. Letting your cat choose when and how to interact with you, that builds the deepest kind of trust there is.
Now, this brings up a really common question. What builds a stronger bond? Giving treats or playing with them? Both are important for sure, but they act on your cat's brain in very different ways.
And this breaks it down perfectly. Treats trigger dopamine, which is the pleasure and instant reward hormone. It's a short-term link. Play, on the other hand, releases endorphins, creating a deep, long-term psychological bond built on shared experience and trust. The best combo? Play first to build that bond, then give a treat to reward the successful hunt.
Building up that trust takes time, but breaking it can happen in a flash. So it is absolutely crucial to avoid a few common human behaviors that cats see as major threats. First, never ever physically punish your cat or yell at them. They can't connect the punishment to their action. They just learn that you are a source of fear. Second, avoid picking them up suddenly. It makes them feel a total loss of control. And third, like we talked about, avoid that unblinking stare. In their language, that's a direct challenge. Okay, so you've been putting in the effort. You're speaking their language. How do you know they're feeling the love and saying it back? Well, there are some very clear signs to look for.
You'll hear that soft, vibrating purr when they're content just being in your presence. You might see them kneading or making biscuits on your lap, which is a leftover behavior from kittenhood that shows deep comfort. And my personal favorite is gifting, when they bring you a favorite toy as if they're sharing a prized catch. These are all unmistakable signs that your efforts are paying off.
And that leaves us with one final thought. Now that you know the signs, take a moment to really observe your own cat. In what unique ways have they been speaking their language of love to you all along?